Well, we're back with our friends that Michaela was talking about. You want to do introductions, Michaela?
Oh, yeah, sure. All right. So we are back. As mentioned in our main podcast, there is a new coaches show coming out for the Corpus Christi Titans, and we're super excited to announce the Hustle and Huddle starring our coaches. So today we are very, very lucky that we have our head coach Anderson, and I am so Blakely, defensive coordinator. Def Defensive coach.
Offensive coordinator.
Weren't you defense last year?
No, ma'am.
No.
All right, that shows you how much I remember from last year.
Okay, so for those, let me kind of take control at this point. So for those that don't know, Coach Anderson, give us your background. Tell us your experience, where you come from, and what got you here.
Well, I have 26 years of experience in the arena game. I played 14 years as a player and then been coaching the rest of the time. Um, Coached for numerous organizations in the United States. Also, I am the first American head coach to coach in Mexico in a American football arena league with
What?
winning two out of three championships in 3 years. Um, Previously, last year, I was the assistant head coach of the Corpus Christi Titans, defensive coordinator, and this year I was promoted
Oh,
and blessed to be the head coach.
Very good, very good.
you are the defensive coordinator.
This is a true statement.
Very true.
Okay, Coach
Blakely?
Blakely.
I'm the offensive coordinator. I was promoted this season when Coach Anderson got the head coaching job. I played 12 years, been coaching ever since. I coached 1 year in Mexico with Coach Anderson, under Coach Anderson. And, I was a defensive coordinator 3 years ago, winning two championships, as a DC. And now, last year I was offensive line coach, and this year I got promoted to the OC. So very excited, very blessed.
So between the both of you, how many rings are there?
6, no, 7, something like that.
Well, see,
Nice.
I was right when I called you defensive coordinator. It just wasn't with the right team.
Or the right year.
Or the right.
Exactly.
Okay, so I have a really quick question for anyone who's listening because of me and Melina and not because of y'all. What is the difference between No, it's legit because this is my question from last year. What is the difference between a coordinator and a coach? Because you said that you're offensive coordinator versus the offensive line coach. Like, what's the difference?
I called the offense. Like I'm in charge of the play calling.
Okay.
As a position coach, you just coach that position,
Okay.
and you make your suggestions on what we should run, what we should do. But ultimately, the coordinator is the one who
Calling the
controls it.
shots.
Hmm.
Very, very nice. Um, okay, so we are heading into our 2025 season.
We are.
What are your thoughts? Where are we heading? Um, I know when we spoke to you last week, Coach Anderson, I were sticking to the fact that we were getting a championship this year. So we know where your mindset is. Coach Blakely, what about you?
Mindset is still the same championship mindset. Last year, we fell short for circumstances that I don't want to get into, but I think I feel like we have the guys on this team that can get us across that hump. Just championship. Every year you coach, that's your mindset is to win a championship, not just to go out and just coach.
Right.
The ultimate goal is to just go on to produce and win the championship.
What is kind of your coaching philosophy? Coach Anderson? What's your coaching? I know you're known for your discipline and your structure. What's kind of your coaching philosophy and all of that towards your players?
Hard work. My philosophy is preparation, uh, 5 quarter mentality. We study more than what we have to, so you don't have to be more ready than you are. We practice more than we have to, so we always go the extra mile. So hence the thing 5 quarters, because you only play 4 quarters in football. So we prepare for 5 quarters. So if we ever have to go into overtime, we have already prepared ourselves, throughout the whole off season into the season, throughout playoffs into a championship mindset. So
I
that
like
is my
that.
philosophy.
I like that. What's your philosophy, Coach Blakely? Because y'all have
Uh,
different styles. I know y'all have the same kind of discipline and structure, but y'all have different styles, obviously. So, what's your philosophy?
it's pretty much the same. Like, when you a lot of film study, um, pre- preparing the guys to see what we facing every day. Like, I feel like, I face the best every day. You know what I'm saying? I go against different things every day, with being the offensive coordinator versus Coach Anderson, and having Coach Frazier along. It's just a difference. So preparing them, for anything. Film every day. Understanding my mindset of what I call and what I want to see. I mix a little old school with a little new school. I have to catch myself because sometimes I get ahead of myself, want to throw a lot of deep balls. So I got to learn how to take what the defense give me. But preparing them, watching film, there's not more than watching film. The conditioning part comes with it. We got to be in shape to score points. So
Okay.
my biggest thing, I want to score a lot of points. So.
All right. Is there a favorite thing that each of you do individually or as a team that's like a pregame that y'all do with this team or a meal hype that y'all do or what's the vibe or
I mean, right now we just, we're building, so it's really, I mean, the vibe is good. It's a certain standard that these guys already understand that I want, and that I will only accept. But as far as the real chemistry, that'll be once we get down to our 24-man roster, and then we start, adding on to what we've already accumulated through camp. So,
and speaking of a 24-man
hold
roster,
on real quick. Sorry, before we jump into that, it was mentioned we have a shorter training camp this season versus last season. How do you think that's affected the coaching staff as well as like the players' mindset?
I mean, you have to do what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
So it was instructed to us. We had this amount of numbers, we could bring in this amount of players, and so we abided by, and we've done that. Now, with normally having a little bit more extended time in training camp, to what we only have 10 days in this particular league, it is, you have to juggle a little bit. You know what I mean? Coach Blakely, bounce
Yeah.
things, off the wall to each other, and just make sure we're moving in the right direction. As far as the guys that we're bringing in, and what guys look best fit for us. So I mean, I think we've been moving very great. We got some added additions coming in this week. That's going to be very positive,
beneficial.
beneficial, and positive, uh, marketable. Uh, all the way around the board. So I think it's a great move, and I've been holding on to it. Um, seeing what we got right now to evaluate the guys we got right now before we actually pull this card. And we think like it's right now is the best time to get it out there and get these guys in,
Mm-hmm.
and basically get ready because within 2 weeks uh, we're hosting our first home game in the AF1. So very exciting, very
Mm-hmm.
anxious, but very humble, and just day by day is what we're taking.
Right. So speaking of y'all are going to go down to a 24-man roster. Michaela, what's going on with that?
Yeah, so we're having a pep rally. So
Old school style pep rally.
old school because what goes better with football than a pep rally, especially in South Texas. So Coach, I heard a rumor that we're going to be announcing our final roster at said pep rally. Is that true?
Yes.
So that's when the
It's
players will be introduced to the public for the first time.
yes, ma'am. We plan to get all this. Either that's going to be a long night for me and Coach Blakely and Coach Frazier. As far as just getting down to the last pets,
Hmm.
it's always very strategic how you want to go about making sure you're picking the right player.
Hmm.
Because sometimes if you pick the wrong player, it can come back and bite you. So
We've
we
learned that in the past. If
yeah.
you
So so it'll be a long night for us. We have the blue and white. Well, it's really not a blue and white. It's a black and white game. Actually, I should say black, blue, and white game. Uh,
So are there going to
so
be three teams again, like broken into three different teams, or is it still going to be the two versus each
well,
other?
it's just the color code of what
Okay.
uniform we're using as of right
Okay.
now. More say of the black and white compared to the blue. Quarterbacks will be in blue, um,
Okay.
and the offensive will be in white, and the black will be
Mm-hmm.
in defense. So, like I said, that's going to be a very tricky day of just getting that whole process done of the game.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have referees out there as well, so it would give it real feel, live game feel. And then, we'll go into our offices and get down to business. So I'm
Now,
pretty sure
where
this.
I don't know much about these players that have come in. I know we have what, four to six returning,
We have six, correct?
six returning, and we
Yes.
have so we have all the others. What's the furthest away that's come in? Do we know? I mean, like last year, I think we had it up way up on the East Coast. What do we have here now? Same?
It's the same. It's the same. We got some from the same area: New York, North
Okay,
Carolina, Florida,
nice.
Ohio, a little bit of
California.
everywhere. No, I don't think we have one from California.
Our
Yes,
kicker's from our kicker's
yes.
from California.
Oh yes, San Diego.
And
Yes, that's right. Yes, ma'am. There you go,
Okay.
Michaela. You know your stuff.
and the defensive lineman.
Oh
Okay.
God. I just know our kicker was from California because he said if he could be anywhere warm in the world right now, it was home in
Oh,
California.
yeah. It's a lot different lifestyle there than it is here. Okay, so pep rally, let's go back to that. So tickets, kids are gonna be given, every child's gonna be given one free ticket. Is that correct?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yes. So we will be giving away vouchers. I don't even think our coaches know this. We will be giving away
Vouchers.
vouchers to the
Coach do know
first.
this.
Look at that. I'm so proud of y'all. To the first 200 kids that come in. So basically, the kids will get in free with the purchase of one adult ticket to any of our five regular home games. These will not work for playoff games, so unfortunately, you would have to buy your tickets for that one. But these vouchers will work for any five home games.
Okay. What Michaela, kind of go over the schedule and what's going on with the team and who they're playing these next five for the five home games.
Well, I can tell you the dates and who we're playing, but I feel like the
Okay.
coaches might have a better aspect of the
There.
teams itself.
Right, right.
Or just you
So
go you go dates, I'll go team.
Okay, there
perfect.
you go.
Okay, so our home opener, um,
Nashville Cats.
Nashville Cats. What are your thoughts on them? Either of y'all?
Oh man, it's the first game of the season. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be emotional. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be exciting. We're expecting it all. We're preparing for it all. You know what I mean? And our main goal is to come out on top. And produce a great show that our community love and buys into and want to support. So we know
Right.
that's the ultimate goal.
And there's a theme to that night too, right, Michaela?
There is, and our theme is kicking off spring break, so we are doing a beach theme that night.
Oh wow!
And then our second game, because we're basically playing back-to-back games. We play Monday our home opener, and then Sunday, March 16th, is against.
Salina.
Is it Salina?
It is.
I've been saying Selena.
Pronunciation.
Okay,
Selena.
so Salina Liberty, and they are located in
Kansas.
And that game will be our. I love the alliteration of this one. It's Shamrock Showdown against Salina because it's the day before St. Patrick's Day.
So they're gonna wear their green. Everybody's gonna wear green. Is that the?
Everyone's gonna be wearing green, and just come out and have a party with us, essentially. And then we go on a bye week. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And then we are back on the 28th against.
I lost it. I really just lost
Blakely,
it.
do you know? Salina.
Oh, well, Salina back to back.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're playing Salina back to back, and then we are away for a couple weeks.
Yes. The first one game is Washington.
Ooh.
And that is on the 12th, right?
I believe so. Thank you so much for
Washington D.C. or Washington State?
Washington State.
Really interesting.
And it really upsets me because I like their mascot because of the Wolfpack.
You don't like our mascot?
I love our mascot. I love King Triton, but ever since I was a kid, I love wolves, and so it just really makes me upset.
What's that movie with the vampires and the wolves?
Twilight.
I'm pretty sure you like Twilight.
100%. I was at every midnight premiere. And back away from my embarrassing childhood. We are back in action at the American Break Center on the 19th.
And that is
Albany Firebirds.
Yes, sir. And we'll play
New
Albany.
York.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Okay.
And then we are away for about a month.
When we play Albany, when y'all play Albany, what is the theme night for that?
Oh yeah, March 28th's theme is March Madness because it's going to be the end of basketball, March Madness. And then April 19th is going to be our first responder military night.
Okay.
And then we're away for about a month and a half because it gets crazy in Corpus the month of May and the end of April. And we come home for a final regular season home game June 1st, and we are playing to round out our season.
Nashville Cats.
Yes.
Nashville Cats.
So we start and end our regular season with Nashville, which is
end with it.
Exciting and also kind of worrisome. Is this going to be like a good thing? Is it going to be a bad thing? Are they going to have a bone to pick? Are we going to have a bone to pick? So it'll be interesting to see that matchup. And then we finish our season out the last couple of weeks in June at away games, correct?
Yes, we end the year with in Oregon and then in Nashville.
So, it's exciting. So are we playing more games than we did last year?
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am?
We're playing more games than last year?
Absolutely. There's like 10 games or 11 games, right?
Yeah, we have 11 games scheduled. Everybody has 11 games scheduled.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's talk about what the show's going to be about. So there's going to be a fan favorite. Is that correct, Michaela? That's going to join the coaches when we do Hustle and Huddle?
Yes.
Yes.
And what does that look like? How does that look that fan favorites will be chosen.
Yeah, so every week, our regular season games, we will have a poll up on social media. So that's Facebook and Instagram. We have other social medias, but the polls will be on those too. And you will be able to vote for your fan favorite of the previous game. And the most votes will be the player that will be a guest star on Hustle and Huddle that week.
And the one, then are we drawing names for are names being drawn from those that enter their nominations?
No?
No? Okay. Okay. I'm not being funny. You'll
I was,
understand.
I was so lost right there.
Same. I was like,
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a prize. I thought that everybody that voted for that person, whoever gets the most votes, they would be putting to a drawing, was my understanding, or what I was
Oh,
thinking.
oh,
And they would win 2 tickets for the next game
oh, that's very creative.
to be able to ensure that we get participation from the fans and they voice their opinions of the players that are doing best so that they can be on the show with the coaches. Because there's a competition going between coaches, right? We always want to see which one whole scores more.
Well, what do you mean score more?
oh
It's
yeah,
an
I'm
offensive.
confused.
It's an offensive game. Offense are supposed to score more than defense.
No, what I mean by holding them to more or scoring more, meaning
Oh,
defense holding them.
so you're talking about the point spread.
Correct.
Hey, are we trying to gamble here, Melina, or what?
I was
Maybe.
so confused.
Maybe. I'm just saying.
Okay. I mean, no. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna tell you something about me and Coach Blake. We're very competitive.
No,
No, y'all
you don't
too.
say. You
Yeah,
don't
we.
say. I would never guess that about you at all, Coach Anderson. There's a reason
Yeah,
y'all have 6 rings between the two of you.
yeah. I mean, we're very competitive, but we're very honest with each other and very, it's a help. It's a help. You know what I mean? So we push each other, we challenge each other, and then we also help each other, with our knowledge put together. We see a lot of different things, mainly in the same way. But, sometimes Coach Blakey does have some very creative way of doing certain things. And I take heed to that. And then he also listens to me when I instruct him how to do certain things. And it benefits us in the end. So that heeds to where we challenge each other a lot in
I like
practice.
that. How can folks that are listening or watching, how can they help support the team? Um, what can they do to get involved or support the team?
Michaela, you want to take that one?
Oh, it's all you coaches.
Oh,
I've been
wow.
talking I've been talking the night away.
Well, listen, I mean, first and foremost, we want everybody to come out to our pep rally. Meet the new guys or familiar guys uh, that's back in Corpus. Then, from the pep rally, we want you to make sure that you know, uh, purchase a ticket to come to the game. And then once you get to the game, I know for a fact that you're going to fall in love with it and it's going to be entertaining. So then, once you do that after the first game, I want you to go ahead and purchase yourself season tickets because you do not want to miss the greatest turf show in Corpus.
There we go. Another way you can
Blakely?
also support our team, Coach Blakely.
Yeah. Like I said, pet rally first. Come to the pet rally to meet the guys. Like sponsor, get involved with the guys. Our guys are very outgoing. You know what I'm saying? They want to meet the fans. They want to be in the presence of the community. They want to help out. They want to do everything possible they can to bring the community to the games. We got guys trying to get, overload us on going out to these schools. We got a couple of things coming up. So they want to be involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not previous teams. These guys are here for one purpose and one purpose only, to win ball games, but also build up the Corpus Christi Tritons.
And they're going to be appearing at the Barefoot Mardi Gras on Saturday.
Yes. And before then, we are just a buddy off Coach Blakely, real quick. We say community. Not so when we say community, it's just not based in Corpus, right? We want to do the whole coastal bend. We want Portland, we want Taft, we want Ingleside, we want Callan, we want Odom, we want Mathis, we want Kingsville. So we pretty much want everybody in the coastal bend to pack the house at the American Bank Center, um, and support this team and this organization. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be great.
And we have some name brands we have some recognizable names from the sport. Is that correct, Coach?
Yes, man. We have some great guys that is very known in the arena world on this team this year. And you know, they I cannot speak more highly than what I'm going to speak because these guys have came in and been a great addition to what we put together. And there's some guys that come in with a me, but these guys have came in with a very humble spirit, very strong leadership, direction wise, from the coaches, from Coach Blakely and myself. And that what makes it feel like it's just a great fit that we went out and got these, sought these guys out and ultimate signed these guys to come in. So,
well, that says a lot about your leadership too, though, Coach. If you have players coming in and they trust you. Obviously, you've been in the game a really long time between the both of y'all. You'll have many, many years of knowledge and expertise. So that says a lot about the players that you bring in and the trust that they build, especially to have the amount of returning players we have this year. I mean, we know the first season that it was pretty rough, right, at times, and so to have people want to come back and ride it out and do that for our team, that says a lot about Corpus Christi, and it says a lot about your leadership.
I appreciate that, man. I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and these guys that did play last year understand my vision and wants to be a part. They see the direction that we're going, and it's not about me, man. It's never about me. I'm just, if I could just be in the background, I'm in the background.
Or laying on the ground when you're doing high fives with your players on the field and ending up on the ground.
That is the highlight of last season.
Some things never die, Coach. Some things never die. That was a moment that we all embraced, including yourself. So
like I said, Coach is very emotionally tied to the game, and I'm a different type of coach that shows a lot of emotions, which revelates to my guys, and they find that comfortable to have a coach that's as much as they're into the game, I'm into the game. You know what I mean? Is not afraid to celebrate with them in a respectful way. And that's just me. I've always been that way. I was that way as a player, and I'm just that way as a coach. And we're just gonna keep it going. I mean, I would not be doing any jumps this year. I am a year older.
You say that now.
Right. Yeah. That first home game.
Nice. That first win that you get. Now, the one thing that people have to remember, is that they are undefeated. Y'all, the Tritons are undefeated at home. And so the hope is to continue that streak at home.
I mean, it's a constant build. Yeah, it's a constant build. The foundation was laid. Let's not get it twisted, okay? The foundation was put there for us last year, and we're gonna, continue to complete that mission, right? Mm-hmm. And that's one of the major goals in success of this business is making sure that you win games at home, so your fans fall in love with you and wants to come out. Because let's be real, everybody loves a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you do on the road,
Right.
but as long as you're winning at home,
Yeah.
you're
Cowboys are a prime example. I mean, if they're winning, they're winning. But if they ain't winning, those seats get empty real quick, and that because they don't want to go watch. People don't want to pay money to watch losers. They don't.
facts, facts. So with that being said, man, before the pep rally, man, we have that black, blue, and white game Saturday at 3 o'clock.
Ooh,
We
y'all
would
got a
love,
busy day Saturday. Y'all gonna be
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Mardi
facts,
Gras and then
facts.
footballing.
Yeah, so we want everybody to come out to build with and get a peek view of what the Trident is going to look like.
Nice.
Exactly. And if unfortunately you are not local in the area, but you still want to support this amazing group of guys who are giving it all this season, led by some amazing coaches. And there are more than just coming to the game to support us. We have socials, so follow, like, and subscribe to all of their accounts. We try to keep it as updated as possible and have as much fun with it, but also trying to grow the game that it is indoor arena football. Um, so
Okay,
yeah.
well, we're gonna close out, but I got some would you rathers. I got some good would you rathers because
Okay,
I
Coach
knew.
Blakely, this is
Ooh.
something we do on our regular podcast, so we're just bleeding it over to here because it's fun.
Get it. Go
Fire
ahead
them
and get
off,
Coach
Melina.
Blakely. Go get Coach
I
Blakely
know. Give
first.
me just a second. Just give me just a second. I'm so excited because I get to enjoy Blakely on this now.
Okay.
And every time we get a new coach in, we're gonna be initiating them until we have all y'all on at the same time, and then everybody gonna have to answer. Okay. So, coach, and it's gonna be football related. When we're doing hustle and huddle, it'll be football related. Okay. Would you rather have a perfect game plan that the team executes 90% correctly, or a chaotic game where the players improvise but pull off a last second win?
Mm.
Tough one. But I'm gonna go with the 90%.
Oh
90%
no, I'm the opposite because that's exciting. I mean, yes, the part of me would say, let's go with the plan and just stick to the plan and do it, right? But the chaos and that last second win, like that is what gets the whole.
It
That's what
does,
causes
but
me anxiety. So
yes, a lot. More gray hair. I don't need no more, but it causes more gray hair.
Coach Anderson, what would yours be? Execute
Man,
90 or chaotic?
I mean, of course, make it more easier for me. Like Coach Blakely said, we are not trying to get any more grades than what we already have. Trust us.
Okay, next one.
Mm.
Would you rather have a game winning interception off the wall
Mm.
or a buzzer beater touchdown pass in the final second?
Well, that's going to be biased right there.
I'll
It's
take
gonna,
either one.
yeah, I'm just. It's
I'll
no
take
way.
either
It's
one.
it's it's no way to say that because as long as we win, we win.
there you go. And that is
Eh,
a perfect way to end it. Thank you so much, coaches. I'm so excited to see Hustle and Huddle grow, as well as become a huge asset to the Titans this season because it does give fans a backstage look into y'all's mindset as well as kind of what's going on that they don't see because not all fans come to practices.